Before even the darkness, there was nothing. Nothing until Pleana, goddess of the farming, formed Throssia. From the back of her winged stag, and with a sacred stone in each hand, Pleana stacked the mountains and filled the oceans. To protect the stones that sustain the balance of Throssia, Pleana chose from among all the creatures 5 guardians. She called forth Krieg, she called forth Talam, she called forth Veneda, she called forth Arya, and she called forth Malthior. Then Pleana summoned from the stars Galavor, a Hexmaster. Together, these 6 formed the Hexant, the governing body of Throssia. For many centuries, there was only peace throughout the land. Then came the Cleaving. The ruling of the Hexant went against the wishes of Ultior, the current leader of the clan Malthior. Then the earth shook, signaling to all that an eye of Pleana had been stolen. The Guardians knew they must act quickly to save the second eye, for if both fell into Ultior's hands, he could undo the forming. When the Guardians attempted to depart, they soon discovered Ultior had cast a spell on the Hex, trapping them inside. The Hexmaster informed the Guardians that while they were trapped, the spell held no power over their clan. He told them they may each choose a member of their clan to embark on the quest together to save the Eye. He would open for them a channel that would allow the Guardians to witness their quest, and for brief moments, allow them to commune with the members of their clans, but leave a channel open for too long, and Ulthior could discover it and close off all communications between the Guardians and the clan members forever.
Now, you may remember last night, those of you that were with us, our adventurers were facing some dangerous perils. They're deep in the mountain, Mount Kamar, searching for the heart of the mountain. Fortunately, our good-natured barkeeper, Dermot, thank you very much, was that some applause I heard? Oh, well, thank you very kindly. Wonderful. We last left our adventurers. I seem to recall bombs exploding in the very floor they were standing on, disappearing beneath them. I imagine they're plunged into their doom as we speak. Now, I suspended time. Before I unsuspend it, I want to give our guardians an opportunity to talk about what happened and maybe some of their goals for this evening. All right, guardians. So, last night, am I right? Oh, what a night it was. Tell him you're barred. That was rough.
Nico could not catch a break. It was distressing.
Vampires. Disgusting. Simply disgusting. And Veneta, how about you?
Well, of course. Jacquino knows how to take care of himself and was able to stay out of danger. But I believe that using the vampire's cape in order to disguise himself as the creature, he will probably become a force to be reckoned with amongst enemies and friends alike.
Oh, I think you're not too wrong. He looks very handsome in that cape as well. Now, Arya, let's hear a little bit about your champion and how you think they fared and what we can look forward to.
Margot has performed admirably. She defended her comrades, took no damage, slayed a vampire. Apart from plummeting to her certain doom at the moment, I feel she's doing fairly well.
Fairly well, all circumstances considered. You're right. And Krieg, how about you? Oh, Fang, what a guy.
I have no worries about Fang. I feel Fang can really hold his own. I think tonight he will do what he does best and be confident and dedicated to what he needs to do.
Confidence is the word you would use to describe
Oh,
it.
yes. Easily. He doesn't need any disguises to get his tasks done.
Well, he certainly seems like he's having a blast.
Oh, he is.
The jokes are already starting. Thank you, Veneta. Now, this is all seeming like conjecture to me. We won't really know what happened to these reflections of our champions, I suppose, until they once again enter the Hex.
Welcome back, champions. You fought well. up until this point. And we need to address the last bit of business that we appealed to our witnesses before we took our rest. The new votes, Guardians, that you will award your teams based on the votes cast here by the witnesses to House Aria, an additional 1,660 points.
My word, incredible. Oh, thank you. She really deserves it. Yeah, give her a hand.
To Krieg, a very impressive 3,450 hex points.
Never heard of so many points. More than I can count. Incredible.
Talum, despite those excellent songs, only 1,494 hex points. Still a worthy sum.
Applause worthy still.
And finally, Veneda with 1,743 points.
Well done. Very well. Well met.
Congratulations. You can see the scores above you, and you know where you stand as far as championing your clans. Now, remember that you have been selected to retrieve a Krieg artifact of untold power, the Heart of the Mountain. Now, according to Krieg legend, to keep this stone from falling into the wrong hands, the Krieg shamans hid it away deep within a mighty volcano, Mount Kamar, many centuries ago. And legend has it that the shamans also placed several forms of protection around the stone to assure its safety. You spent the first portion of this journey exploring an abandoned mine that led deep into the interior of the mountain, where you encountered adversity in a variety of forms, and yet found no evidence yet of the heart of the mountain. At the conclusion of our adventure last time, you found yourself plummeting from a mighty explosion at the hands of a rather frightened prospector. You now fall, the floor crumbling beneath you, and as you are falling into this black abyss, that is where we will begin tonight. So, champions, place your hands on your die. Barkeep,
Yes, Mr. Hexmaster.
unlock and reopen the channels.
With pleasure.
Oh, no.
Oh, hold on. Not yet, not yet. There we go. The channel's been opened.
The wind rushing through your hair, you fall faster and faster, and the air begins to feel even warmer and warmer and more humid as you descend, falling through this blackness, mostly cast by your warlock friend. You, without sight, hit a liquid substance and begin to sink. Your velocity slows, but upon impact, you each take 6 bludgeoning damage from your 20-foot fall.
I
would
take
you
6
like to do?
bludgeoning damage in my sleep.
Is the water moving? Or is it still?
It is still.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'm going to try to climb my way, swim up to the surface so I can get a gulp of air, try to get me bearings.
Excellent. You do. So you swim up to the top of the surface of the water. Unfortunately, again, because of the spell cast by your friend, you are cast in complete darkness.
Oh, what do I see?
You see the relics and jewelry and wealth of the prospector sinking deep, deep into some sort of warm spring that you appear to have landed in. Now, in front of you, maybe roughly 10, 15 feet, there is a bit of land, and you gather that you could swim up to the top of that and pull yourself up onto the surface.
Where's the prospector fellow?
As you look, actually, I would like you to make a perception check for me.
Okay. That would be 19.
19. Excellent. And the modifier for that, Krieg?
4.
4. Excellent. So, with a combined score of 23, You cast your eyes about and see a charred corpse falling down into the waters below.
You should not have done that.
I say, Fang,
Do you mind turning that off, mate?
is it really necessary to keep us in the dark at this point?
Well, it's fine for me.
Well,
Okay.
none of us can see.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
dash
okay.
it all. I cast light.
Okay. You cast light,
Oh,
but
that's not going to work.
unfortunately, it does not seem to penetrate the blackness.
I'll drop the darkness.
All right.
That's better.
I hate to waste it, but
Your eyes returning back to their normal colors, you all can now see your surroundings. And as you swim to the surface of this water, you find yourselves in a natural cavern. The light about you is very red. You assume from the volcanic warmth of the stone around you, as you are deep, deep now within Mount Kamar. There is, as well as this natural spring, a large sign against the wall that reads, "Beware, welcome to your doom."
that's nice.
Mighty ominous.
Try that.
Very welcoming.
Well, I'd like to swim to shore first.
I would as well.
Certainly.
I would like to try to approximate, right, how deep the water is, how deep down the treasures have sunk.
Also me, yes.
All right. I would like you as well to make a perception check for me.
That is a 17.
Modifier? Modified 20. Very good. So, as you take a look into this natural spring, you can see that it descends rather far down. The source of the water is apparently deep beneath this mountain.
Right. I'm going to send my mage hand down, see if I can snag any of the sinking booty.
All right. So quickly you send your mage hound down into the water. It splashes as it does so, and it collects about 5 gold pieces as it comes back up to the surface.
I'll take it.
I did get the one redstone.
You did.
Yes.
You did get the one redstone
So,
still.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
Yesterday, we noticed a bag on his belt that looked rather heavy. Is that anywhere to be seen?
It is not.
That's a shame.
Friends, we've had a rough time. At least I have. I don't know about you.
You have.
What say we take a rest before moving on? I feel we could recover our strength, maybe swap some stories, perhaps any alcohol if we have any.
I could oblige you there.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Right.
What say you? Should we take a rest?
Oh, sure, yes. We could take a rest. Sure, yes. Yes, a rest.
If that's what everyone wants to do, yeah, we can do that. You're not doing well,
Thank you for
So-
noticing.
so
I appreciate
it's
that.
probably advantageous.
How's that neck doing, by the way? That looks good.
How does it look?
Oof. It looks fine.
Put some booze on that.
Well,
I wouldn't worry about it.
worried? I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Well,
All right. So you choose to take a rest?
Yeah, that sounds
All right.
Okay.
So you bandage your wounds and rest for about an hour's time here in this warm, humid cave. You can each expend a number of hit dice, as many as equal to 5 your level, to heal yourself.
All right, for those of us at home that might not be familiar with a rest. So just like our dear Hexmaster has explained, our adventurers, look, I promise they're brave. They're about to charge in and kill somebody, I swear it. But first they need to bandage up before they do so. What they'll do is, I believe, add the average of all the 5 dice. Is that correct? Of every die that they roll to add to their hit points. We have the sweet, frail-bodied bard here. He really took a beating. If you're not getting that, that's what happened last night. He's a sweet boy. He needs his rest. They're going to heal. Once they're done, let's go right on back to Hex.
Excellent. So that's correct. So in addition to each die that you will expend, you will also add your Constitution modifier to that, so that you will be able to be rested up. How many? I know that most of you are doing fairly well. Who here will be expending their hit dice?
I'll do one.
Do
not
one?
me,
Okay.
Not me.
And for you as well?
Yes.
All right. In that case, how many, Team Veneta, will you be expending?
Just the one.
Just the one?
Right.
Excellent. And what is the average of that die?
That's going to be a 4.
Plus the Constitution modifier.
That's going to be a 6 total.
6 hit points restored to you, Jacano. All right. And Team Talum, how many would you like to expend?
Do I have to decide right away, or can I do them one at a time and see what happens?
It will be the average of each die. So.
Well, I'd like to do as many as possible.
So currently your max HP is at 13, I believe?
Yes.
All right, so...
Now, does my rest bring that back up?
Unfortunately, no. You would need to take a long rest before that is all the way recovered.
Friends, how long do we feel like resting?
This place is kind of nice, right? You can have a bath.
Yeah, nice and toasty,
Yeah.
not too cold.
I've got 8 hours to burn, you know, burning a hole in my pocket.
I mean, the mountain's not going anywhere.
Well, as far as you know.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind.
I would remind you that while you are adventuring, Ulfior is currently in pursuit of the second eye of Pleana.
Oh.
Barkeep, open the channel.
With pleasure. Channel open!
Nico,
My
it's
lady.
important for you to realize, although you are on a quest, you are no good to anybody dead. Recover, then continue.
Friends, I was just thinking, and I had this thought. Although we are on a quest, we're not good to anybody dead. And that includes me, I would think.
Yeah.
That
Tell you
sounds
what, if you take a long rest with me, I will regale you with a song.
Okay.
We do have an opposing party trying to seek the exact same thing that we are seeking. I don't know that using 8 hours is an advantageous use of our time.
A lot of hours.
Wise words from Arya.
Barkeep, open the channel.
Oh, I'd love to. Channel open!
Margot,
Yeah.
pledge your life in the defense of the tiny man. You've saved him once. He has faith in you.
All right. If that's what the group wants, that's what the group wants, but I'm not happy about it.
Well,
Not
you
that
will
that
be.
matters.
You will be in a minute. Because
Okay.
I'm here
That's
to lift
not
your
what I meant,
spirits.
like at all.
Oh, out of tune, a bit
That was
worse for wear
probably
after.
the fall, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, in the water, you
In
know.
the water. Yeah, that was
Crushing
that
rocks.
definitely,
Oh, who got a hold of this thing?
Wasn't me.
This is a long rest.
Guess he has 8 hours to tune it.
It might take that long. Friends, I've been down, I've been out, I've been weary, I've been hit in the head and I've been sucked from the neck. Friends, I've been thinking we should take some time to get to know one another. Wouldn't you say, what the heck? I think I see a lovely paladin who saved my life, and I will save yours too if I can.
You better.
I see a brave Krieg warrior who blasts things for fun. When I look at you, I think to myself, dang, that's a man.
Well, a halfling, yes.
And finally, I see an octopus. That's a metaphor I've heard, told of you. And if I found myself in the company of octopuses, I'd hope they'd be as handsome as you.
Oh.
Well done. That's well sung.
Very nice.
I'd listen to that for 8 more hours.
All right, so will you be setting up camp?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Excellent. All right, very well. In that case, will any of you be keeping watch over the 8 hours?
Oh, I'll keep watch, sure.
Okay.
We could take turns, couldn't
I'll
we?
take a shift. Right, I can see in the dark.
All right.
Perfectly happy to pull my weight.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
Yeah.
Who will be second?
Second.
Third?
Third.
All right, and that is all we need. Okay. So as you settle down for a rest, Krieg,
Yeah.
you stay awake, keeping eyes out. I would like you, my friend, to make a perception check
Oh, boy.
for me.
That is 7. 7. It's a 7.
7?
+4.
So a total of 11.
Uh-huh.
All right. I will now roll to see if there are any creatures that you encounter this evening. At a 13, your watch passes without incident.
Oh, very much. Oh, that's nice.
Team Veneta, taking your shift, I would like you as well to make a perception check.
That is a natural 1.
Oh dear.
Had to get it out of the way, right?
Oh, what a night.
This may be
Let's
your
take a long rest, they say.
Yes. He's going to rest the whole time, apparently.
Again,
Maybe a drink or two. I don't know.
I will check to see if there are any encounters for you this evening. As you wake
Oh,
to take
no.
your watch, there's a bit of sleep still in your eye. Perhaps it's the heat of the room, but your eyes have swollen a bit. It's hard to see with all the steam from the natural spring. And suddenly, something reaches out and grabs you from behind. You shout, awaking your companions. And unfortunately, without the effects of a long rest, we enter battle.
Sorry, mates. Sorry.
Too bad.
At least the song was nice.
It was.
I really hope Nico plays to his strengths and charms whatever comes out.
Or he could just dig a hole and just sort of stay there.
Bad idea.
Oh, shots fired.
No,
Maybe digging
he
a hole
has
for him soon
one
enough.
health. Goodness gracious.
Yes, but he
Alright.
has a persuasion modifier of 11.
While we're waiting, come to me. I need to explain to the folks here at home what a modifier means. Now, you see these adventurers, they each have different strengths. So for Margot, for instance, she's incredibly strong. Now, if she attempts to do something that requires strength, her modifier is going to be a little bit higher than, let's say her fragile-bodied friend over there, the bard. So I just want to make sure that you know when we ask for a modifier, that's what we mean. It's based off their characteristics and strength. Let's go back to Hex.
All right. At top of initiative order, we have House Veneta. 15 seconds on the clock.
You don't even know what you're up against yet.
No.
So be wary.
Right.
Play to your strengths and keep an eye on that bard.
I could do that. I like the song.
All right. So turning around, you see that you have been grasped by a creature that looks almost like a stalagmite. It has 6 tentacles sprouting from its sides, and one of them has grabbed you and pulled you close to it. What do you choose to do?
Am I grappled currently?
You are.
I am grappled. All right. I'm going to sneak out my rapier and attempt to stab it and try and disengage if I can.
All right. I would like you to make an attack roll, please.
That's a 3.
Modifier?
8.
8. All right. With a total of 11, your blade does make contact, but it chips off the hard flesh of this creature. You are still grappled.
Still grappled. And it's going to have to be an action to try to break out, right?
That's correct.
All right. There's not a whole lot I can do.
Help! All right. And with that, we go to Fang. House Krieg, 15 seconds on the clock.
Fang, what have I told you about tentacly stalagmite?
If I remember correctly, you said to blast him.
Yes, you blast him.
Blast
You help out your grappled friend here.
Yes, I could do that.
Also, don't get charmed by. Oh well. Okay.
Don't get charmed by who?
What do you choose to do?
Blast him.
Blast him, all right.
Yes.
Make a ranged spell attack for me, please.
8.
8. Modifier?
8.
16. So you strike it with an Eldritch Blast. It again connects with the creature, but does not seem to penetrate its thick hide.
Okay, well, beam number 2.
All right, make another attack roll.
Well, that's a 7.
Modifier of 8. All right, 15 again connects, but does not seem to penetrate.
I don't like this thing.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Well, not helping anybody by being up close, so I will scoot. Where is it, by the way?
It is right there.
Oh, by
you can see, that creature.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just scooter on back a little bit. Let's say to right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Anything else?
No.
Okay, in that case, we will go to Team Talon. 15 seconds on the clock.
Nico, you can charm the pants off of anyone. I say try charm.
On a piece of rock?
You've done it before successfully.
I have, haven't I?
It's a good story.
Well, I think my first piece of business will be to move a bit back from this thing that could hurt me.
All right.
It's not wise.
And from this safe vantage point, I start thinking to myself, this looks like a creature that could be reasoned with. I'm going to cast Friends.
All right.
Interesting.
Barkeep?
Oh, I'd love to talk about friends. Yeah. Friends, we all have them. Some of our friends are rocks, it appears. So the spell he'll be attempting to cast is to try to make this this walking little beastie more amicable towards him. I don't think he'll have a great shot, but I'm very excited to see. Let's go back to Hex.
Excellent. What is the spell DC for House Talon?
The spell DC is 16.
All right, excellent. Perfect. All right, so with Friends, as you cast this, you have advantage on all of your charisma checks directed at any one creature of your choice that isn't hostile toward you.
Ah. Well, technically, it's grabbing him, not me.
And we don't know that it's being hostile. It might just be trying to cozy up to me, because I'm a pretty nice guy. So.
I'll allow you to make your persuasion. How would you like to try and charm this creature?
Hello there. Good sir, or madam, I can't tell. Though I don't mean any offense by that, because the way you glitter in the light from the cave, I think is just absolutely lovely. And I was wondering if perhaps we could have a chat about your wants and needs. Perhaps there's something I can help you with. I am a very, very helpful person.
All right. I would like you to make a persuasion check.
With advantage?
With advantage.
All right.
This will be a high DC.
19.
19.
That is a high
Modifier?
Modifier of 11.
Oh my word! He talks to rocks, ladies and
Second
gentlemen.
roll is a 4.
4.
I'll take the 19.
19.
Good choice.
It turns this red, bloodshot eye in your direction and opens its gaping maw. You can see that there are hundreds of sharp teeth that look like rocks. It chitters at you, but it does not seem persuaded.
Friends, I think I'm making progress.
Make it faster!
What else would you like to do?
What is this
I think that's
Nothing
it for
is
this time.
penetrating.
All right, excellent. In that case, we will come to House Arya. 15 seconds on the clock.
Margot, what does your heart tell you?
Probably just hit it
It's a good
as hard as I can.
Either that or interpose yourself in front of the tiny man who can't stand on his own 2 feet, but it's up to you.
We have taken a short rest.
You have.
I would like to channel divinity and turn my greatsword into a sacred weapon.
Excellent. You do so.
Before we start.
Imbuing it with divine power. Would you like to attack?
I would.
All right, make an attack roll.
11.
Modifier?
8 plus
19.
3.
Plus 3. Finding your mark, you do indeed strike the creature, piercing its thick hide and dealing
11 slashing.
11 slashing damage. It shrieks.
Plus radiant.
You do
Sacred
not
w-
have branding smite.
Oh, apologies.
You're okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'd like to attack a second time.
Make another attack roll.
18.
Modifier?
Plus 8 plus 3.
Excellent. Perfect. Again, finding your mark true, you deal another 11 slashing damage to the creature.
If I may, can I expend a spell slot to increase my damage using my Divine Smite?
Yes, you may.
I think it's a D8. 2D8.
2d6.
2D6.
6 damage.
6 damage extra.
Great.
Pulsed into the creature after that final attack.
That is what I would like to do. I'd like to just
Excellent.
make sure I'm positioned in between the creature and Nico.
All right, you may place yourself wherever you'd like. Now, you did attack with melee, so you will need to bring yourself up close to the creature.
Okay. I will work on that.
Okay. All right. And with that, it is the creature's turn. It takes 3 of its remaining tentacles and shoots them out at, let's see here. Yep. Veneda, Arya, Krieg, and Talon. First to Arya.
Some long tentacles.
That is an 11 plus 7. Armor class?
19.
19. You manage to evade its grasp.
Nicely done.
Then
Thank
Well
you.
done.
to Krieg. An 18 plus 7 armor class.
Boy. It's a 17.
All right. It grabs you with its tendril, and you are grappled. And finally, Nico.
Pray for the boy.
A 19. Plus 7, 26. You are as well grappled. Now, having been assaulted by Arya, it is incredibly angry. It launches its final tendril attack, again in Arya's direction. A 9 plus 7, 16. Not good enough. You do again manage to evade its grasp.
All right. I told you she's strong.
You have a strong warrior.
After
Arya.
making its 4 attacks with its tendrils, it then reels in Krieg.
Oh.
Having striked it with your Eldritch Blasts, it thinks you are a threat, and so it then attempts to bite you. That is a natural 20.
Oh no! Had the sharp and pointy
just
teeth,
fine.
the sharp and pointy teeth. Good luck!
I mean, we've had worse.
A natural 20.
All right. My friend, you take, that will be 36 piercing damage from the blow.
My goodness.
I'm suddenly.
Did you say poison?
Piercing.
Oh, piercing. Oh.
Piercing damage.
Did it bite me with the tentacle?
No, it pulled you in and
Oh,
bit you
yeah.
with its mouth.
Okay, so I'm up close to
I'm
it.
You are up close to it
suddenly
now.
feeling rather grateful I told Nico to try charm. Didn't upset the beast.
All right, and that ends its turn, bringing us back to top of initiative order. House Veneda, 15 seconds.
Oh.
Any ideas?
Well, you're not very strong, no offense. You could try to break out or attack it there. There's a chance this is a creature called an Utyug. Some creatures like this eat metal, but
Now, if I try to break free, can I rely on my slipperiness rather than my strength?
Absolutely.
All right, then
you
I'll-
can make an that would be an acrobatics check. to
All
try
right,
to
that is what I would love to do.
All right, make an acrobatics check, please.
That is a 10.
Modifier,
5.
15. Just barely do you manage to slip out of the grasp
Well
of this
done.
creature.
Well done. Well
No
done.
one can get me down. No one can get me
Landing
down.
on the ground beneath the tendril, you still have movement. What would you like to do?
I would like to disengage,
Perfect.
and I'm going to One moment. I am going to sneak over here by my good friend in Talum.
Excellent. All right. And with that, that is the end of your turn.
Yes.
Krieg, top of initiative order. 15 seconds on the clock.
Fang, I simply want you to get out of there.
I could do that.
Yes, just zap right out.
Oh, yeah, that was right. I was thinking also.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
And blast him.
Yeah, always.
What do you choose to do?
I would like to cast Misty Step.
All right. Excellent.
And that'll blast me, blast me 30 feet away.
It does indeed. So vanishing from the grasp of this creature, you place yourself 30 feet?
Yes. So
Wherever you'd like.
2, 3, 4, 5. Is this well? I guess that's about as far as I can go. Yeah, something like that.
There you go. Excellent. All right. Anything else?
You got it, Margot.
Let's hope you do.
Very
That's going to be.
Let's hope so.
Yep, that's correct.
Indeed.
So this is going to be Arya's turn. 15 seconds on the clock.
Margot, what have I told you about rock tentacle beasts?
Nothing.
That's correct. It was a trick question. Now hit it with your greatsword.
There is no other way out of this cavern than the exit into the scary beware signed room.
There are
That
two
place.
exits in this room. One is at the top, right up here, as you can see, and then another is at the bottom. However, the sign is positioned right in between those two, so it's hard to tell which one it's referring to.
All right, can I speak to my team as a free action?
Absolutely.
Hey guys, you want to get out of here or you want to keep fighting this thing?
I would like to leave, please.
Which of us are still grappled?
You are still grappled.
Yes,
yeah.
I thought so.
All right, well,
I would very much like to, but...
all right. Well, let's keep it in mind that we want to bolt as soon as we can, and I will attack.
All right. Make an attack roll for me.
2.
Modifier.
That's very good.
+8, +3.
All right. Unfortunately, that is not quite enough. Would you like to make
Again.
another attack?
Yeah.
All right.
3.
Oh my goodness. Fear has entered your heart, and unfortunately, even though you try to get these two strikes off, it does not manage to make contact. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
I'm
in
going
that
to stay
case,
where I am.
That was a good try.
Thank
Nico,
you.
15 seconds to speak with your guardian.
Lady, I haven't been that soundly rejected since when I proposed to that young lady 6 years ago.
Well, your powers of deception are incredibly high. Perhaps try convincing this thing that you are a friend and to let you go.
Nico, given this guidance by your guardian, I would like you to make a nature check to see what you know about these creatures.
That would be a 7.
Modifier for nature?
Just a moment.
That's all right.
Nature, not history.
No, nature.
A 3.
A 3, okay. So that's a 10 modifier. In your travels, you've heard of these types of creatures before. Things made of perhaps the earth or other things. And it is possible, and you gather based on what you did earlier, trying to persuade this creature, that it does not speak any languages. It cannot understand you.
All right. So I'm grappled. It has a tentacle around me.
Yes.
But so my hands are free? Or
Yes.
am I able to reach the ground?
Yes, you are.
All right. I would like to bend over as far as I can and place a hand on the stone dirt floor and say, there. It's all going to be all right. I'm a friend to the earth, to the rocks, to the dirt, the dust. I'm a friend to all things earthy and rocky. Oh, you there, I didn't see you. Oh, why are you grappling with me? I'm a friend to all things earthy and rocky and dusty.
Please make a deception check.
Oh, no. 4.
Oh, good
That's
night.
not what I would have chosen for my last
Modifier of 11.
Modifier of 11.
Yeah.
It's believable to the rest of those around you, but unfortunately, this creature is without that enough intelligence to even understand what's happening here.
I never knew he liked dust so much.
Well, when his life depends on it, he'll like just about anything.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Say a prayer, I suppose.
Maybe you could just try fighting and stop talking to it.
That's the wisest thing I've heard.
Have I spent my...
You have spent your action.
Yes, I thought so. Well, I'll get there, don't worry.
Okay.
All right, in that case, it brings us back to the creature's turn. It again unleashes its tendrils to the three of you as you are all still within its reach.
Wow.
11 first to Arya, plus 7 is an 18.
19.
19 again. Even though you didn't manage to connect, you managed to evade its grasp. And then to Krieg, a 5 plus 7, 12.
17.
Excellent. You as well evade its grasp.
Done.
All right.
And then finally to Veneda, a 17.
Oh, that's very good.
Plus 7 is a 24.
16.
All right.
Oh,
It does
brutal.
indeed grasp you. And then finally, again, with one more tendril, it goes to Arya again. That is a 7 plus 7, 14.
Not going to cut it.
19.
Right, good
What's
enough.
a tough lady?
Well done, Arya. All right.
Well done, well done.
So in that case, with only one in its grasp, it reels you in, Nico. And as it does, you see its wide open mouth closing in towards you.
It has Veneda too.
Natural 20.
No! Statistically impossible!
I thought you were going to use the black one tonight.
All right. That does indeed 36 points of piercing damage. The creature bites you in half.
I will say, Veneda was also in the creature's
grappled.
grasp
Just
from the last round.
throwing that out there.
But if he's killing someone else,
He is indeed.
Did
okay.
he slip out? I thought he slipped out.
He slipped out.
No,
Well,
no,
you
you
got
grabbed him
him
again
the second
the
time.
Oh,
second
did he?
round.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Again.
No worries.
Yeah.
A rock wants what it wants.
all right.
Bite size, apparently.
Sure glad we took this rest.
I know, right? Totally worth it.
Talon, would you like to intervene?
You mean, do I wish to resurrect my bard? Absolutely.
All right.
Whoa. Hold on now, hold on. So I want to make it clear the stakes here. So our guardian resurrecting the bard, she only has one of those for the entire adventure. This is the last time she'll be able to do that throughout every quest and every adventure. She must really like that bard. I mean, the song was nice, but I mean, he just got split in half. All right, let's go back to Hex.
You see yourself coming towards the mouth of the creature, but it manages to miss you somehow. And you are still alive and back with your max HP. All of your
33?
spell slots as well, because you have been resurrected, are returned to you.
Hey.
Guess who's back, baby?
And that is the creature's turn, bringing us to Team Veneda. 15 seconds.
Let's kill this sucker.
Get out of there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, everyone else is wanting to.
Yes, yes. So, okay. I'll see what I can do.
Good luck.
All right, so I'm grappled. I'm going to drop my rapier. I'm going to pull my short bow, and I'm going to aim and try and pop this in the eye
All right. Make an attack roll for me. Ranged attack.
with sneak attack. That is a 2.
Modifier.
Ace.
Unfortunately, it goes wide. Perhaps it was the grapple. Anything else you'd like to do?
There's nothing else I can't do, really.
All right. In that case, Krieg, 15 seconds on the clock.
Fang,
Yes?
What does your heart tell you?
Oh, probably to blast him.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. I want to kill it.
Then kill it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Excellent.
How are you doing, by the way?
I'm good.
Great.
What would you like to do, Krieg?
Blast. Eldritch.
Make an
blast.
attack roll
Yes.
for me.
Come on. That's an 8.
Modifier?
8.
16. It hits, but does not do any damage.
Okay. All right. Well, do it again. The second beam. 18. That's
All
better.
right.
Well met.
Perfect.
All right.
Dealing
10 damage.
10 damage to the creature. Very good.
Okay, we're going in the right direction.
As you
took you long
strike
enough.
this creature with Eldritch Blast, it manages to hit one of the tendrils that is grasping your friend Jacquino. As it does, you see that the tendril drops to the ground and begins to flop around, freeing him from its grasp.
He meant to do
Thanks,
this, by
mate.
the way.
Worse than a floppy tendril.
All right, anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's all. I'll stay.
All right.
Yeah.
In that case, we're going to Team Arya. 15 seconds on the clock.
Do you strike the beast down or do you flee?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna hit it again.
Well, if you flee, then remember to disengage.
Can I tell how this creature is doing?
He's looking a little rough. He's not looking great.
All right, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna attack him.
All right.
With my greatsword.
Make an attack roll.
14.
Plus 8, plus 3.
That'll do it. Damage?
11 slashing and 6 radiant.
All right, 17 damage to the creature. Would you like to attack again?
Yes, I would.
All right, make your attack roll.
7.
Modifier?
Plus 8, plus 3.
Not quite enough,
18.
unfortunately. That's an 18. Yep. So you do connect, but it doesn't manage to pierce through. However, the creature is looking very, very hurt. And that we go to House Talum. Fully resurrected. 15 seconds on the clock.
Charm him.
Nico. Now it's time to show what you can do. Use your magic and do as much damage as you can.
Yes, milady.
All right, Talum, what do you choose to do?
Now, is that accurate? Is there somebody close to the creature at the moment?
You are actually close to the creature, still in its grasp. You have been resurrected, but I don't think you were able to escape from it, were you?
You tell me?
Nope. All right.
Well, in that case, I believe it's time for some good old-fashioned fencing.
All right.
I attack with my rapier.
Make an attack roll.
19.
Modifier?
Just a moment. I got excited by this.
Attack right here.
Time. Wow.
6.
That's enough. What's the damage for that?
4.
4
Piercing.
total?
Yes.
Yes? Yes?
Yes, should
Maybe?
be 4.
4? 4?
There's no modifier.
Talon?
Nothing.
Finish him.
Oh, see you later.
With one hand on the rock and the other holding the rapier in my grip, I look deep into its cold, blood-red eye. I thought we were friends. We had something special. I told you I was a friend to all earthy and dusty things. You didn't believe me. I'm not a man of violence. I prefer to take the easier, more pacifistic route.
Do it!
I'm sorry!
Could have taken a long rest during that speech.
The creature expires on the point of your blade, and it turns to stone, dropping those that are around it. Its tendrils fall lifeless.
And that is why I resurrected him.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when you fight. You should fight more often. We like to kill monsters. In Krieg, that's what we do.
I'm beginning to see its appeal, honestly.
Yeah, they kill you less if you kill them first, I found.
It's very profound.
Yeah.
Well, Talum is all about balance, and they have killed me quite a bit, so I see your point.
Yeah. So, who's tired?
Now, as you speak, you do hear a sound coming from the southern part of this cave. Sounds like stone grinding on stone, as another one of those same creatures begin to slowly enter the space.
From that, okay.
You have not engaged in combat yet. What would you choose to do?
I'm out.
Let's run the other way, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. Good idea. Tell you
Brave
what,
adventurers.
I'm gonna cast sleep on it
All right.
before it sees us,
Okay.
so we can make an expeditious retreat.
Okay. Excellent. What level are you casting this at?
First level.
First level. All right. It is enough to make it drowsy for a bit, but not fully put it all the way to sleep. However, it does buy you some time.
All right.
As you all manage to slip out the northern corridor. All right.
You know, I'm really coming around to this accountant of yours.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
Let's not forget that it was Callum that dealt the deadly blow.
Yeah, right after he died, I believe.
It was a terribly impressive 4 damage.
Yes. Which half of him did that, by the way? I forget.
Don't hate.
All right, my friends. You enter another natural cavernous room. You see many, many stalagmites on the ground here, giving you a little bit of PTSD from what you just last encountered.
I am quite injured.
Huddled in the corner, whimpering, is a small creature, almost made of fire and smoke. A somewhat large dog cowers behind one of the stalagmites, and it backs itself up against the wall as you entered.
I would like to look deep within my own memory and knowledge to see if I recognize such a creature.
All right, I would like you to make a history check for me.
8.
8, modifier?
3.
All right, with an 11, you can clearly recognize this as a hound, and based on its appearance, it looks like it's demonic in nature, perhaps a hellhound.
Friends, I think this is a hellhound we're dealing with.
Does it look scared of us, or?
I would like you to make an insight check for me.
8 again.
Modifier?
It's coming. He's an accountant, so his insight is +1.
All right. He is scared. It's hard to tell from what.
Oh.
But he is cowering in the corner.
Mr. Hexmaster, do we know what they look like? Is there anything depicting what a hellhound might...
Unfortunately, no, we don't have that clear. of a
I
reference
wish
to
there
give
were.
us.
I'll use my imagination.
Is anyone good with animals?
Oh, I'm wonderful with animals. You don't believe me?
No.
I mean,
As good as you are with pointy rocks.
Pointy rocks. I hate pointy rocks.
Hey man, go for
I
it.
love animals.
At
I,
least
say,
you
I
can-
say go for it.
All right. Who's a good boy? Who's a good little boy? Are you looking for a way out of here? Perhaps we can help one another.
I would like you to make an animal handling check.
Ah, yeah. It's different than persuasion. 16.
16. Modifier?
4.
That's a modified 20. Very
well,
good.
that-
All right. So as you walk forward and approach the beast, it sniffs your hand gently, and then eventually nuzzles its head underneath your palm.
Finally, a friend.
Yes, who's a good boy? Everybody down here's been so mean to you, huh? They've probably thrown you down mine shafts and bitten you and stuff. I understand. I've been there. It seems we have nothing to fear from this particular creature.
Okay.
that's a sweet pooch. I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out a little bit of a ration and put it in the mage hand and offer it to it.
All right. You offer this morsel up. It takes it graciously. You see bits of smoke kind of perforate out of the edges of its mouth.
Likes a cooked meal.
Yeah.
Would I know if hellhounds understand any kind of language, or?
Sure, go ahead and make a nature check for me, please.
All right. 7.
Modifier?
+1.
Well, it seems to be responding to the influence of the others, so perhaps.
All right, I'm just gonna say, hey, buddy, can you help us get through here safely?
The kindest hellhound.
The kindest hellhound.
I
Great,
will.
well, I think we have a friend.
I will speak infernal to it and say, "Do you speak infernal?" He doesn't speak infernal.
It can't speak. It might understand, but it can't speak.
It barks and kind of jumps towards the passageway at the far end of the tunnel, over here.
I'll send Claw down. Maybe we'll take a look.
All right.
Invisible.
You do. As you send out your imp, it flies down a hallway and into a large circular room filled with skeletal remains.
Nauseating.
Some are hanging from the ceiling, others lying strewn about on the floor. There's a locked door at the end of the hall.
Oh, jeez.
How do things look ahead there, Fang?
Lots of skeletons. They are. Do they look like burned or anything? Like, could I tell how they died or no?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Actually, let's make that a medicine check.
Medicine check. Okay. 6.
Modifier?
As an accountant, his medicine check is a +1.
All right.
Okay.
They look long dead. It's hard to tell.
Locked in. Yeah, there's a bunch of skeletons. Some of them are hanging. I don't feel good.
He wants to take us through.
Yeah, because he wants to kill us all.
Well, I can open my senses and see if we have any fiend, fae, undead, if we want to see what's coming up.
That is a sharp idea.
All right, Margot's going to go to, she's going to sneak over to as close to the entrance of the next cavern and do her divine sense magic.
Excellent. Casting out that aura about you, you look for any sort of fae, fiend, undead, and there are two things that strike you. You do see that the creature in front of you, the dog, is in fact a fiend. And as you stretch yourself out into that neighboring corridor and the adjoining room, you do get the sense that there are several undead in the place.
In that cavern or through, like...
In this particular cavern.
Okay. All right, we got a couple undead.
Does anybody have any healing potions or?
As a matter of fact, I do. How
Or
are you doing
spells
over
or
there,
something?
Fang? Oh, not good, I see.
Yeah, not great. I am bleeding copiously.
Not for long, you're not. I cast Cure Wounds on my good friend Fang.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. You do indeed. And what is the amount that he heals from that?
What exactly?
Cure wounds. What level did you cast it at?
It's a first level.
All right. In that case, it will be a D8, so that is a 4, plus your spellcasting modifier, which is charisma. So what is his charisma modifier?
Just a moment.
Should be big.
5.
Okay.
5. Excellent. In that case, you regain 9 hit points.
That's better.
Okay. You're a wonderful friend.
Oh, no, you're a wonderful friend.
Oh,
All right.
I don't have that many friends.
Oh. I
So-
find that hard to believe.
Krieg, you want to tell me again how it was a waste to resurrect my...
Oh, I never said that. Oh, I never said that.
So Jacquino is I'm gonna take out my disguise kit, right? And I'm gonna make myself up to look like that vampire that we encountered earlier.
Excellent.
Cover myself in his cloak. And I'm going to walk towards the entrance of the cavern, the chamber.
Excellent. The
And,
hound bounces by your side as you do.
and using the vampire's voice, I'm going to say to the undead, all of you, sleep. I do not want to be disturbed by any of you creatures. I command you, and you cannot refuse. You have no power against me.
All right. I would like you to make either a deception or performance check, whichever you prefer.
Because of his feature perfect mimic, because he's pretending to be someone else, he will have advantage.
Excellent.
I'll do deception.
Perfect.
That is a 16.
All right, with the modifier of?
11.
Excellent.
Oh, no, wait.
Deception?
I'm looking at the wrong one. It's a 10.
Still, 26, not bad.
Hope that doesn't bite him in the
That is an 18.
All right.
Whoa, well
28, very good. So you see one of the skeleton heads kind of poke up and look at you, and it says, "Well, I don't think we've ever met before." You seem a bit angry though, and I have no problem doing whatever it is you need me to do. So I'll just kind of close my eyes.
Now, I'm going to. You said that there was a door across, right?
There is, yes.
So, and it is locked.
It is
Or can
locked.
I? Oh, right. So I'm going to take my thieves' tools out, give them to me mage hand, send them across, and try and pick the lock.
All right. I would like you to make a lockpicking check. This will be dexterity with your proficiency bonus added.
That is an 11.
All right. Modifier of?
11.
All right, 22. Easily, the lock springs open, swinging forth to reveal yet another corridor and a set of stairs descending deep beneath you.
Right. I'm going to look back to my companions and say, now, you follow me. These undead have nothing to threaten you with. They will stay and they will obey, or they will suffer more than they have.
I'm going to make my way through the room, following him.
All right.
I will follow Jacano as well.
Also me tiptoeing.
So you enter very quietly, moving across the room, avoiding bits of bone as you go. The hellhound behind you as well. Sniffs a couple of bones, and as it meets you at the end, it looks up at you and says,
I'm going to pat it on the head. Good boy.
and it sits.
Oh. I'm going to send the mage hand out, find a spare bone that's not connected to any of the skeletons, bring it back, and hand it to the door.
All right. It has a little bit of sinew still on it. He enjoys it quite a bit.
That bone was once a person.
While I'm going through the room, I'd like to look around and see if there's anything else of note besides the bones.
Please make a perception check for me.
16.
Modifier of?
4.
All right, modified 20. Excellent. As you look
really come
about, you
back.
don't see, you see that there are bits of maybe, I'd say rope with wood hanging from some of the necks of these things, messages that say, beware, turn back.
Nothing to see here?
Out we go.
All right, and you descend the stairs into the next chamber. As you descend the stairs, you begin to hear what sounds like voices, almost robotic or metallic in nature. I have 2 3s. 4s. I said 4s. And as you descend into the stairs, you see 4 burning iron men seated around a table.
What on earth?
They seem to be playing with a lead deck of cards.
I'd like to search my memory banks to see if I know anything about things like this.
All right, make a history check, please.
7.
Modified?
3.
Modified 10. You've never seen a creature like this before. You gather that from the fire springing from their head, they are possibly an elemental creature, but you're not sure what.
Do they seem evil or friendly?
Make an insight check, please.
Oh, it's a natural 1.
Oh, not very good.
You're not quite sure.
Guys, I don't know if they're evil or friendly or what.
Oh.
All right. So, looks
this,
like...
this might be a good time for you to be friendly and not fight.
I'm glad you suggested such a thing.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Almost in unison, they all turn their heads to look at you and say, "Visitors, visitors, visitors, visitors."
Yes.
Welcome, friend.
Thank you for your gracious welcome. We are, in fact, visitors. We were wondering if we could have a place to possibly rest, take some drink, chat with you about the mountain.
Well, you found the right people. We are the protectors. Come, enter our chambers.
Well, I'm going in.
Yes. And they are, do they look well armed?
Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. 7.
Modifier?
That would be I believe a 4. Perception, yes,
Yeah,
a 4.
all right. So you can indeed see that there is a large axe, a large hammer as well in their clutches. They are very well armed and well armored.
Okay.
It seems to me you're playing a game of cards. I wonder if you have room for one more.
Of course. Would you all like to join?
Would be my pleasure.
Oh, yes.
Please sit. We are happy to have company. And they kind of gather the cards all together and begin to just shuffle them, you know, like that kind of kindergartner shuffle on the table, right? And they load them all into the deck and they place it in the middle and they say, "Please play.
Oh, what are we playing, friends?
Dragon."
Dragon. Do I know how to play Dragon?
You do indeed. It's a common game.
Right?
What are the stakes?
It's essentially a game of Go Fish.
High stakes then.
They say, "We play for fun. There is not much to do here when you have been placed for thousands of years."
Thousands.
You
Yes.
guys, you're probably pretty good at this game by now, huh?
It is all luck.
Barkeep, open the channel.
I'm so glad you asked.
Jacquino, these are the guardians of the mountain. They might know a lot more than they're letting on. Perhaps you might be able to trick them into releasing some information about the heart of the mountain.
That's a very good idea. Now, mates, you look like some interesting folks. You must have seen a lot of things in your day, right? You've been sitting around here playing cards. Do you ever explore? Do you ever take a look around, get to know your surroundings?
Well, these three were spawned from me.
So you're the papa.
I am the forge. He is the flame, the fire, the ember.
Well, you are all very bright boys, I'll tell you that. Now, I say, I've heard that you can sometimes find interesting things in places like this. Do you ever have a look around and find maybe any interesting stones? I'm very fascinated by stones, especially those that aren't the usual grey sort of slatey colour.
You are here for the heart of the mountain.
I am here for the heart of the mountain.
Yes. We are protectors of the heart, placed here by shamans long ago.
Could I ask you a question?
Yes?
Why is it so important that the heart of the mountain stay here? What if it was needed somewhere else for a great good cause?
It was placed here long ago for fear it would fall into wrong hands. We do not know the goings-on outside. We have our mission.
Oh, does the name of Krieg mean anything to you?
Krieg.
Yes, Krieg. Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's K-R-E-E-G.
I knew Krieg, splitter of skulls.
Oh, wow. I'm a follower of Krieg. I'm in the clan Krieg, the Krieg clan.
So then you know the importance of our protection. Do you have any fives?
13.
He draws from the deck.
Surely the stone was not meant to stay here forever, because of its potential use for good for Clan Krieg.
Oh, yes. We anticipate people coming to retrieve the stone. You are not the first. I hope you will be the last. It would do us very good to finally end this game.
Well, we would be more than happy to be the last, but that would involve us taking it with us.
I see. Do you have any sevens?
6.
He draws a card.
Oh no.
What does one have to do to retrieve the heart of the mountain safely?
He grasps the axe at his side and he says, "We must battle. You must win."
Cards?
Warfare. Krieg.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Is this a one-on-one sort of thing, or all of you versus all of us?
4 and 4. The math seems to work out. Do you have any 2s?
18.
He draws a card.
Well, what's interesting is I actually think we're on the same side.
Yeah.
We have no malicious intent. We want to retrieve it to do good things. We're working toward the same goal.
I personally can vouch for the purity of this paladin here. You could have no better hands than hers, holy and without spot, to take away the stone and use it for good.
And to what end would you use the stone?
Oh, well, there's an evil wizard, and they're trying to destroy the entire world into nothing, and we're just basically not. We don't just want that to not happen, pretty much. Basically, just stop that. And my clan Krieg, we want that heart.
So you do not seek it for power?
No.
Oh
No.
no.
And tell you what, if you help us, I would be more than happy to teach you a new game.
A new game. We have tried to come up with a game ourselves. It never goes well. If you teach us a new game, we will let you pass.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in my pockets and pull out some bone dice. Now, what we're going to do is we're all going to take a die, put it in a cup, roll it. Whoever has the highest number wins.
And that is that simple?
It's that simple, but it's not dragon.
We are tired of dragon. Let us roll dice. 2 out of 3?
2 out of 3.
All right, in this case, you will roll, and I will roll, and we'll compare numbers.
Okay.
We'll do that until we have a winner.
Right.
We'll start with you.
Oh my word.
So, I got it in my cup. I'm going to
Now,
roll.
are these loaded dice?
They're not loaded, no.
Okay.
But I still got a trick up my sleeve.
All right. Make your roll.
That is an 11, but under the cup, I cast prestidigitation and change it to a 20.
All right. He rolls. Reveal. 2.
20? Wow, my goodness. Well, my
It's a
friend.
good game.
Right?
Again.
Once again, prestidigitation, it's a 7.
All right.
Change it to a 20.
I'd like you to make a sleight of hand check to see if any of the others notice you.
Oh, good luck. Hope it works.
That is an 8.
Modifier?
11.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Compared against the passive perception of these 4 elementals, who are very fixated on the dice, they don't notice your hand move as you cast the spell. He rolls. 10.
10. Well, my friend, I believe that's the game.
I want to play again.
All right.
Not with you. Give us dice. He takes the dice and they begin passing out these cups and say, 2 out of 3, roll, we get winner. You guys, go ahead. They hand you a pair of keys.
Well done.
Did that count as a short rest by any chance?
It did not, unfortunately. All right, and so you find yourselves with 2 options in front of you. You have the ability to take a door on the north side of this room here, or a door on the south side of this room here. What do you choose to take?
Oh, which way should we go?
I don't know. We've never been beyond.
Here, roll.
I'd like to look around the room and.
Maybe you sent Fang out, right? He can check one room, we check the other.
Claw, I'm fake.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
That's okay. That's an easy mistake. Then Claw down the. What'd you say? The north and the south.
The north and the south.
Let's look at the north first.
All right. So unlocking the north door, it swings open, and your imp friend is hit immediately with a blast of hot air.
Ooh.
And you're reminded that as you are heading into this mountain, you are actively approaching a volcanic chamber. You wonder if you are ready for the task.
Mr. Hexmaster, sir. Our keys over here, they're looking like they're running a little low. The channel needs to be recharged. I'm so sorry. But it looks like the channel's going to need just a little bit of a break as they head deeper into the mountain.